Hey y'all, it's me, Dirty Lola, sex educator and brand ambassador for B-Vibe, and today we're talking about hygiene. I know the last thing you're thinking about when it's time to get down and dirty is how to keep things clean and hygienic. But the truth is, sex is messy, especially if it's good sex. So having good hygiene practices and rituals before, during, and after sex are going to go a long way to keeping you and those who you have sex with safe. So I'm gonna give you some tips for keeping germs away from your sensitive bits, your toys clean, and how to form your own rituals around hygiene. My number one tip, the thing that I want you all to take with you, make this a pre-sex ritual, do this every time, please, I beg you, wash your hands. We've been talking about hand washing all year long. And the truth is that we carry so much bacteria on our hands. And when we're touching each other, putting our hands inside each other, that bacteria is going along for the ride. So washing your hands will go a long way to keeping folks free of UTIs and yeast infections, things of that nature, because bacteria throws off pH, it messes with vaginal flora. Also, if you're carrying in kind of allergens, I'm allergic to latex, and if you were touching latex and then you touch me, I'm gonna have a reaction. So washing your hands will keep everyone safe. You can hum a sexy song while you get your hands nice and clean. This next tip, a lot of you are probably already practicing. If you use safer sex supplies, then hygiene is already a part of your health rituals. Yes, so when you're using gloves, if you use gloves, that's hygiene. They come in really handy if you can't wash your hands pre-sex, or in the heat of the moment, you just are like, I do not want to get up and go wash my hands. Slip on a pair of gloves, especially if they're these black nitrile, super sexy. When you're using condoms, especially when you're covering toys, condoms are great hygiene products. They not only protect body parts, but they're great for covering toys that maybe you can't sterilize and you want to share with a partner. These are great for those things. Now, this product is a little bit more on, I'll say, the controversial side. The enema bulb, the douching, it's not a necessary part of hygiene, but it is a hygiene product. Some folks feel like they need this when they're doing butt stuff. They want that little bit of an extra clean. I do not promote using enemas like Fleet, things that have laxatives in them, because they just irritate you. They make butt stuff uncomfortable. It's just not great. But I do love a good reusable enema bulb like this one from B-Vibe that you can fill with warm water and use on your body before sexy times to clear yourself out. It's not going to be super deep, so you're not doing like a good deep colon cleanse, just a shallow cleaning out. And only if you feel it necessary, but no, it's not necessary. Poop happens, but if you just want some extra assurance, using a douche is the way to go. Now on to toy cleaning. Yay, we're gonna talk about keeping our toys clean. So the thing is that you have to wash your toys. You should be washing your toys when you take them out of the box, just to wash off any residue left over from the packaging process in the factory, because you don't want to have any irritation. And then after each use, you really need to wash off your fluids from your toys. The juices that are left over after sex can over time mess up the finish of your toy, cause it some damage, and grow bacteria that you don't need introduced into your life because you left your toy in a drawer covered in your sex juices. So giving them a good wash after will keep you healthy and keep your toys nice and clean. Toy cleaning is especially important if you're someone who suffers from chronic UTIs or yeast infections. Bacteria wreaks havoc on vaginal flora. So you want to do a little bit more than washing when you have any of those issues you want to sterilize. So we're going to get to exactly how you clean and sterilize your toys next. Now I'm going to share with you my step-by-step process to washing toys. This is my personal process. I just think it's a thorough way to make sure everything is clean. And I'm going to share with you the things that I do often And then some of the stuff I do on a more, monthly basis. So first up, I start with a toy, let's pretend this guy is dirty, and a soft cloth. This is my sex toy cloth. It's nice and soft, it's not abrasive. I pair this with an unscented mild soap. I personally really love Castile soap. A lot of times folks will say if you have an unscented mild soap that you use for your body, like Ivory or something of that nature, that's fine. But I just find Castile soap's good. It doesn't leave a residue and it cleans really well. I wet this with really warm water, a little soap, and I just give it a good scrub. Toys, especially those that have little like crannies in them because there's maybe a logo imprinted, or if there's textures and things, all of those grooves can catch the juices that you're trying to clean up. So having a cloth is good because it gets right into everything. You can feel what you're doing and you're keeping the toy safe. So that's just my general wash after I've used something. If I want to keep something super clean, like I just want to give it an extra spritz of something, I use toy cleaner. Toy cleaner is great when I've used it with a partner that I'm fluid bonded with, which just means a person that I don't mind swapping fluids with, and we're not using condoms and things. So I'm fine with our toys sharing, but I just want to give them a little extra clean. After my usual cleaning process, I will spray them down with this toy cleaner. This is B-Vibes Intimate Toy Cleaner. So I give them a good spray. I'll take the cloth and then give them another like wipe over to like spread around the fluid, get it all in those grooves, and then I give it a rinse. So I call it the camp dishwashing method. If you've ever been to camp, you wash your dishes and then you dip them into a solution that's usually bleach and water that's going to sanitize them, but you don't just put them away. You then have to rinse them again. So yes, toy cleaner is great if you can't get to a water source and it's just on the fly, you need to clean it. You can totally spray your toy, saturate it with toy cleaner and wipe it down with a cloth. That'll work in the short run, but you do need to rinse off the toy cleaner. So that is just like the everyday when I'm masturbating or with someone, that's my cleaning process. Now, sterilization. So if you suffer from chronic UTIs or yeast infections, butt toys, or you've been sharing with a partner that you do need to sanitize your toys after, a sanitization method is important to have. So a lot of folks talk about boiling toys that aren't motorized. You could totally do that. So dildos that are made of silicone, glass, and stainless steel. Certain types of glass cannot be boiled, so that's something to note. Like soda glass, you can't boil it. But all those items can be boiled. So you can just get a pot going and boil them for like 5 to 6 minutes, and that will sterilize your toys. That's a great method. But what about toys that have a motor? So if you have a motorized toy that you need to sterilize, never fear, UV is here. So I love the UV machines. They've become very popular as of late during the pandemic because folks have been using them to sterilize everything from their keys to their mask. But the thing is, they're really great for sex toys. Why? Well, UV light eliminates 99% of the bacteria, pathogens, funguses, and viruses that cause STIs. So you can use them for your motorized toys and your toys without motors. This particular UV machine is the UV bag from B-Vibe. I love it because it's compact, it's soft-sided so you can travel with it, and it fits toys up to 10 inches. So that's a lot of the things that I own. Your big things can fit in here. It's really lovely. It has a little zipper in the back because that's where the charger cord lives. It's just really compact and great, and you can use it on a regular basis. You still need to wash your toys off after you use them. You got to get those fluids off. You need to still do that initial wash. But if you aren't a person who wants to use a toy cleaner, some folks just don't, you can go right from washing them off into the bag after you've dried them off. I just love something that is easy to use. It's small, it's compact, it can go with you anywhere. And for me, that's really important. I hope y'all have picked up some tips and tricks that you can integrate into your own sexual health practices. I want you to create your own rituals around hygiene that feel good to you, that feel sexy and hot, but keep you safe. Really, the bottom line for me is giving folks information so they can take care of themselves. If you need more information on this topic, you can find the full article, Hygiene 101, on bvibe.com. Thanks so much for watching. I love y'all. Bye. Mwah.